Would throw here. Stands back near his own end zone. Fires it out, and Gorkuber's got it. He's out past the 30, 40, midfield, down to the 40. He could go all the way. Oh, my goodness. Floater received by Doherty. Set up by Zimpel. It's a left side attack here. That one is good. Played here by Eisel. Demetto Zimpel. Back row attack by Toole.
There it is.
There it is.
Good evening. The Lars Larson Show has been put in the full Nelson.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Be gone. Put it on the board. Yes.
So that KXRA's broadcast of Alexandria Cardinal Wrestling can be featured tonight. The Grapplers are back inside Alexandria Area High School for a single dual meet. The Cardinals host their Section 8 AA rivals from neighboring Pope County, the Minnewaska Lakers. Last winter, Minnewaska entered the section after competing for many seasons in Class A. The Lakers got the bragging rights last winter, defeating the Cardinals during the regular season. Both teams compete in the East Half section of 8AA, so some jockeying for the section team tournament next month will be occurring on the mat tonight. The lineup to accommodate for the broadcast once again includes takedown for 3 Tom Ellison, the one-time head coach for the Alexandria Cardinals. He joins ya boy, KXRA Sports Director D-Mac Dave McClurg.
Wings up.
For the radio call. Plus, JP Boleen is on hand for the video coverage this evening on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. It's the Cardinals versus the Lakers. Stay tuned for the pregame show presented by Juttner Motors of Alexandria. Next.
Wings up. Wings up.
As the Cardinal wrestlers are back on the home mat at South, the Minnewaska Lakers. Minnewaska under coaches Tate Card, Chip Rankin, and his staff. Coach Rankin is actually the head coach, but he's also the school superintendent at Minnewaska, so he's not in attendance tonight, but Tate Card is handling the coaching duties here. Minnewaska's had a very good winter season on the mat so far, and they match up against Alexandria. The Cardinals getting a couple of Central Lakes Conference dual meet victories earlier this week. They hope to improve their section resume tonight, and we look forward to bringing you the play-by-play coming up in a little while. Welcome to our Juttner Motors pre-match coverage as we come to you from Alexandria Area High School. My broadcast partner, Tom Ellison, is handling some of the on-site setup duties tonight, so he'll be along with the commentary as we get closer to the bottom of the hour. Special thanks to Juttner Motors for presenting our pregame or pre-match coverage, and we also extend an appreciation to all of the other Alexandria Cardinal sports boosters involved in presenting tonight's wrestling broadcast. This will be our second and final dual meet on our regular season schedule. The teams are only about a month away from getting involved in the Section 8 AA team tournament. JP Boleen is our videographer tonight, so there are a number of ways where you can enjoy our coverage, whether it be online, watching on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube, listening on the radio, or you can also join us through the Voice of Alexandria app for the audio coverage. Tom Ellison, great to be working with you once again, and really exciting. We had a lot of preliminary action going on before we took air with the broadcast tonight. Wrestling on various levels, well represented in Alexandria and from Minnewaska.
Yeah, I think, the proximity of the Glenwood, Starbuck, Minnewaska School District anyway, coming up, they could bring a lot of kids, a lot of elementary wrestlers, junior high wrestlers. It's been a really fun night watching everybody compete.
Yep. And now we've got the varsity duel coming up as we get closer to the bottom of the hour. I expect this should be a pretty intense battle. I know Minnewaska's had a good year. Alexandria having to shift the lineup a little bit. I know Coach Alden Strukin will share some comments here momentarily, but Luke Monum unavailable and likely Nolan Fettig not available either.
Yeah, we wrestled on a couple nights. Tuesday, right? And then it's too bad that those guys couldn't get back on the mat, because I think you're right. There's going to be a very competitive match, and it still will be, but we'll see how it all shakes out. Glenwood or Minnewaska they've got 3 kids that are ranked in the state, and several others that are having outstanding years, so it should be a fun night.
And again, we look forward to bringing you the play-by-play in just a little while. Thanks to Jackson. He's our KXRA studio engineer in downtown Alexandria at Master Control. Our first break during our Jartner Motors pre-match is ahead, and then we'll try to fit as much of my conversation with head coach Alden Struken in after this timeout.
Garden Center features 34 lanes of bowling fun. Whether you're an avid bowler or just looking for a fun outing, add Garden Center lanes to your calendar and make it a fun date.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad. Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Hey, remind me about that party again?
So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
You've seen them, craved them. You've voted them the best. Their Smoke and Brews and Q's get their unreal smoked barbecue for catering, drop-offs, or events.
Hi, this is Schmitty from Smoke and Brews and Q's. Our obsession is the meat, our passion is what makes it great.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing.
America's best checking for students. Visit www.bell.bank/student checking to learn more. Bell Bank, member FDIC.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
Precision Auto reminds you to plan for the inevitable, the change of weather and its impact on your vehicle. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust the precision of a pro. Precision Auto. On 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
Pomp's Tire Service has solutions for tired tires. Whatever your tire choice, make Pomp's your choice. Brakes, wheel alignments, factory maintenance, shocks, and struts. Pomp's has your service needs covered. Pomp's, we know tires and service. You should know Pomp's.
It's the right time for a getaway. It's the right time for a getaway. Let's get away.
Welcome back to Alexandria Area High School with more of our Jartner Motors pre-match show. I am DMAC Dave McClurg, joined right now by the head coach of the Alexandria Cardinal wrestling team, Alden Struken. Prior to tonight's duel with the Cardinals challenging the Minnewaska Lakers, a team that's a common opponent for Alexandria in Section 8AA. Alden, before we talk a little bit about what transpired on Tuesday night and preview tonight's duel, I know that there's a lot of excitement in the gymnasium right now. I think at the time of this recording we have 4 mats set up, and we have wrestling going on all levels. I think elementary school, we have some middle school wrestling. I think the JV matches are being held on one of the mats as well. But what can you say about the participation for wrestling, not only in the Alexandria community, but the good number of wrestlers that have come up from Pope County in the Minnewaska area?
Yeah, I mean, the whole idea of this event was to try to pack the gym, obviously, and really showcase both programs at all levels, K through 12. So, mission accomplished. I think it's going quite well in there, and it's really neat to have the bleachers out on both sides of the gym, and it's packed, and there's lots of wrestling going on in there right now. So it's exciting.
We have a situation that I think this is the one opportunity where your team gets to host a dual meet, and then very early in the season, I think the Cardinals went up to Glendon, and that ended up being a dual meet there between the Cards and DGF. Is that a sign that maybe in coming winter schedules that we might have more straight-up dual meets on the schedule? Because I know in the Central Lakes Conference with 9 teams, there's a lot of triangulars and very few dual meets, but could we have a trend developing here?
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of coaches try to get the most bang for their buck for their 16 events that they're allowed. However, when you have schools in close proximity like Alexandria and Minnewaska that have good numbers, it's nice to really do the old school type dual meet that I think has been pushed to the wayside in recent years, and it's really neat to pack the gym like that, really showcase that varsity dual meet where there's a lot of anticipation building up, knowing that, hey, I'm only going to get one match in front of this big crowd under the spotlight. I think that it makes it special, and there's some nostalgia there of the old dual meet like that. So.
This is the second consecutive year that Minnewaska is a common opponent for the Cardinals in Section 8AA. Frankly, when I saw the competitive section assignments released almost 2 winters ago now, I was a little bit stunned that Minnewaska made the move up into AA after being Class A Section 5, I think, for many, many years. But do you anticipate that Minnewaska is going to remain in AA, and are the Cardinals going to stay in AA as well, or is there a possibility that Alexandria might be pushed up?
I really don't know. I know that Minnewaska is one of the smallest AA schools in that cutoff, and Alexandria is one of the biggest AA schools in that AA class. So it's kind of a waiting game, and to see where where their chips are going to fall, I guess, in terms of enrollment, and then. I wonder how things might change with free and reduced, lunch not being, a thing anymore. I mean, it is. People can still apply for it, but as far as, those numbers used to get taken out of the total enrollment, maybe with free lunches, that there's not going to be as many applications in there. I don't know how that's all going to shake out. So we're all, anticipating, trying to figure out what's going to happen. So.
I will say that Minnewaska was a great addition to this section. Your team went head-to-head, and I think the Lakers ended up winning the duel last year as part of a triangular, I think, with Sauk Center Melrose also involved. But do you know a whole lot about this year's Minnewaska Laker team?
Yeah, I've been watching closely their results. I haven't got to see them live yet, I guess. But, they've got a stout lineup, and they've been very competitive thus far in the season. And we work with Minnewaska a lot with our Peak Wrestling Club that's in the off season, and so we're 2 neighboring communities that work together a lot in the off season and train together. So we get to see each other, and our coaching staffs and wrestlers. There's relationships and friendships developed there. So there's mutual respect that we're all working together to get better at wrestling. And now tonight we get to compete against each other and have some fun wrestling. So.
We are getting together here with Alden Struken, the head coach of the Alexandria Cardinal wrestling team, prior to tonight's duel as the Cardinals host the Minnewaska Lakers. Again, both common opponents in Section 8AA for the second straight year. Tuesday, Alden, your team met both Fergus Falls and Rocori. We'll talk a little bit about the Otters match first and then get your impressions on how the triangular opened up on Tuesday night. But, 7 bouts contested, I believe, in the broadcast that we had on Tuesday night. And I know we had 2 matches that went the distance, but what did you think about the guys that you were able to have on the mat and how they competed against Fergus?
Well, a few of those, they made quick work of their opponents. You look at Logan Becker, he had a pretty quick pin, and then Landon Day, I think, had the fastest fall of the season with something around 9 seconds. So those guys went out and took care of business right out of the gates. So that's fun to see that they're confident, they're aggressive, and getting in there and mixing it up right away. But there's some competitive matches in there too. Mason Evian had a really good match back and forth with his opponent, and I think he finished that one off like 16-9. So overall, very pleased with how they performed against Fergus Falls.
The first duel of the night was against the Rocori Spartans, and I know Rocori's retooled a little bit from having a Central Lakes Conference champion a year ago. I talked to you after we wrapped up our broadcast Tuesday night, and you said that match progressed a little bit differently than you might have anticipated. Obviously, a very happy ending for the Alexandria Cardinals, but were there some bouts earlier on in the night, Alden, that you feel contributed to why Alexandria beat Rocori there?
Well, yeah, I mean, there were a lot of the matchups kind of went how we expected for the most part. You know, when you look at, the records and on paper who should win some of these matchups, and we knew it was going to be tight. Like, we knew it was going to be within just a couple points when we got down to that last weight class. And once we got down to that last one with Jackson Werder, I mean, he was up against an opponent that was a freshman, but he was 13-4. He had a really good season going, and we gave up the first takedown there, and it was like, oh boy, how's he going to pull this off? And then he did it. So, Jackson landed that lefty lat drop throw put the kid on his back and pin him, and the rest is history. I mean, crowd erupted, and it was a pretty special moment. So.
Yeah, it was really interesting because, building up, I think Rocori had gotten the previous two bouts to narrow the gap. I think it was at 3 points or something like that, and I was kind of calculating, well, if Rocori gets a win here at 285, the Spartans are going to win. If it's 31-31, I think the Spartans get it on criteria because of 6 head-to-head wins and Alexandria 5. But anything in particular that Jackson did in that second part of the bout? Because it seemed like Cooper Notch was kind of controlling the first 2 minutes, but then he had the horn sound, and then Jackson really took care of business pretty quickly after that.
Yeah, I mean, the kid came out really fast and strong in the first period. He was really working hard in the tie-ups and positions, and I feel like he might have burned up a little bit too much energy in that first period. I don't know that for sure, but that's, the kid was still coming at Jackson, and they got into that over-under position, and you kind of see it coming. Like, to make the move work that Jackson did, you kind of need the pressure coming in from the opponent, and Jackson kind of flipped the script on him and threw him to his back. So it was like it was perfect timing on his part, and I'm glad he was able to execute.
A few comments there from the head coach of the Alexandria Cardinal wrestling team, Alden Struken, talking about the 2 dual meet wins earlier this week against Fergus Falls and against Rocori. We're just a couple of minutes away from the start of tonight's varsity duel. Minnewaska versus Alexandria. Thanks to Jutner Motors for presenting our pregame or pre-match coverage. A break is ahead along our Leighton Media platforms, and then Tom Ellison will be rejoining me, Dave McClurg, and we'll have the call of Alexandria versus Minnewaska. Varsity Wrestling is next.
Cenex Midtown Express has fresh made pizza, lunch and breakfast sandwiches, and broaster chicken, live bait, propane, and diesel fuel. Cenex Garfield has groceries, bait, and tackle, and made to order pizza. Cenex Midtown Express, Alexandria, and Cenex Garfield.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard. We build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
North Central International. Heavy-duty truck service on long haulers, dump trucks, buses, and specialized heavy-duty rigs. Medium and heavy-duty parts and accessories for all makes of trucks. Just south of I-94 and Highway 29 South in Alexandria.
On the field, a lot of people know me as number 11. Off the field, I appreciate how First Western Bank and Trust bankers take the time to learn about me and never treat me as just a number. You too can bank where you'll never be just an account number.
Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep, make it Jutner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Jutner Motors your best price dealer.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
CM Woodworks produces high-quality cabinetry and furniture locally, right here in Nelson. See their showroom at 7300 39th Avenue Northeast in Nelson. CM Woodworks. Custom wood creations. Designed for beauty, built for life.
Where you start today
is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, Rx Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
What's your number?
I drove 60 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota. I drove 45 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
Area High School Cardinal Wrestling is on the air as you listen on People Radio, KXRA. Audio as well through the Voice of Alexandria app. Thanks so much for joining us as you watch tonight's live broadcast. Video streaming with the KXRA play-by-play on our Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. Tom Ellison and yours truly, Dave McClurg, will be bringing you the commentary tonight. JP Boleen is behind the camera doing the video work this evening. And I believe, Tom, we are about ready to have the introduction of the teams, and also the coin flip is still to come. Is that correct?
Yep.
Now, Alden Strukin mentioned to me a little bit, that the official is actually wearing a couple of different colored wristbands, one red and one green, and he mentioned that normally Alexandria will be green, and then the visiting team would be red. So when the coin flip occurs, say it comes up on the side of green, then does that mean Alexandria has the choice of whether or not to put a wrestler first out on the mat for the odd-numbered matches, or does it become Alexandria's choice? Maybe the question would be, if Alexandria does win the flip, what are the options there?
Yeah, it's really a choice of odd or even, and so you're looking at your lineup and you're trying to make sure that in certain positions you want to have a wrestler have their choice. Second period, because their choice is then first on second period, or you can make some roster shuffles, right? So if it's odd and it's the third match and Minnewaska has to put out first, well, then you can maybe put out an alternate to face that wrestler to move somebody up a match to get a better chance at winning both of those bouts instead of splitting, which increases your point totals and you try to go for the win. So it gets to be a chess game sometimes.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
And that might happen tonight. I know, Coach Strukin did mention, Luke Monham's not feeling well, so he's not in attendance tonight. And Nolan Fettig out of the lineup. He'll be a spectator for this evening. So, could this be a night where we do see some bumping up or, shifting of some different wrestlers at different weights?
Right. So, you had two of their better wrestlers, Miles Wildman, he's at 121 probably tonight, and he's state ranked and has been in the state tournament. 133, they have Chase Smith, same thing, state ranked and has been in the state tournament. So those two guys, having them split apart like that, then they can make some bumps and move them around to probably face up against some of our tougher guys and hope that they can knock out some of our tougher guys and then have the alternates pick up wins as well.
I know that we have a situation I think you referenced earlier in our Jutner Motors pre-match coverage. 3 Minnewaska Laker wrestlers are actually ranked in Class AA. One is ranked for Alexandria in Class AA. Both Nolan Fettig of the Cardinals and Miles Wildman from the Minnewaska Lakers ranked in the Guillotines Class AA poll at 127.
Right.
Although Nolan won't be wrestling tonight, and I've seen Miles on the roster sheet that he might wrestle at 133. I think he's wrestled at some different weights this year.
Yeah, and that might be in preparation. You know, I haven't talked to the Minnewaska coach, but that might be in preparation to make sure that they can maximize some wins. Maybe had him weigh in at 133 so he could wrestle 133 or 139 and hopefully pick up some points there.
A couple of other wrestlers that might be worth watching tonight for Minnewaska area. Landon Schiffler.
Yes, he's having a nice year,
Yeah, wrestling at, he's ranked in the state as a sophomore at 107 pounds, but there's a possibility he could wrestle at 114 because Minnewaska has a freshman, Alex Adams, that they could insert into the lineup at 107.
Yeah, and Alex is having a great year, too. I think he's only got 4 losses on the year, 16-4, so... they have a pretty solid lineup down low, and we'll see how the Cardinals can respond.
And we're about to see our first bout on the mat here. Brock Manderscheid, the freshman for Alexandria, will match up against Alex Adams for the Minnewaska Lakers. So our varsity duel is underway here.
Nice strong double leg by Alex Adams there to get the 3-point takedown.
Yeah, and that's scoring addition this year that takedowns used to be worth 2 points, but now 3 points. So
yeah, we got to get all the fans in the stands to start yelling 3 instead of 2.
Yes. So Alex Adams, the wrestler for the Lakers, with the early lead, but now
Brock had a lot of nice movement, a lot of short sits, and he kept moving his hips and trying to reach back for a switch, but was able to get up and on his feet.
Yep, so 3-1 the score, and the 2 wrestlers now up on their feet, and Alex Adams going in for the shot with the left leg, maybe now shifting it to the right leg and kind of coming around. He hasn't completed the takedown yet, but he's trying to keep the legs locked up.
He went in on a double, but he got his head stuck in the middle, and now he has to pick one leg to try and pull down, and our referee called stalemate.
Yep, so they will get back on their feet as we're now into minute number 2 of this bout at 107 pounds. Starting off the match tonight between Minnewaska and Alexandria. Now Alex Adams gets Brock Manderscheid up and...
Nothing. Oh, now he's got it,
Yep, 3-point takedown and possible back points as well. And he's looking to get that pin, is Alex Adams for Minnewaska. Right now, Brock Manderscheid kind of arching his back up, and he is unable to do so. I think the fall is going to occur at 1:36 seconds to give the visitors the early lead and take us into our opening break of the varsity duel. Glenwood State Bank brings you our scoreboard updates, and in prep wrestling tonight, it's Minnewaska 6, Alexandria no score.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
As we come back to the action on the mat at Alexandria Area High School, Logan Becker and I believe Landon Schiffler, the opponents on the mat right now. And
we got a good match going. There's a lot of points scored already.
Yeah, I believe an early takedown for Logan Becker, and then Landon Schiffler got into a reversal.
Yep.
So it's now 3-2 in favor of the Cardinal wrestler.
Yeah.
Logan Becker had a effective night on Tuesday, 2 pins, and I believe he was on the mat for a total of 76 seconds in getting those falls. So now it's a 5-3 advantage. I think Logan Becker got a reversal as well. So 2 wrestlers up on their feet, and Logan Beckler trying to get Landon Schiffler down, but now Schiffler went with the kick here, and I believe they got
his head underneath his arms and then tried to inside trip, and he did get him to the mat, but it was out of bounds.
So the wrestlers back on their feet. Minute number 2 of our duel underway, and coming around is going to be Landon Schiffler, and he's going to get a takedown here.
Yeah, that was a kind of a ill-advised shot by Logan. He had his head down a shot for a single, but missed. Landon was able to just do a little go behind, get the takedown.
Yep, so 6-5 now the score in this bout, with Landon Schiffler for Minnewaska facing the Cardinals' Logan Becker. And Becker face down on the mat right now for the Cardinals. Down to about 10 seconds to go in our first 2 minutes of wrestling here in this bout at 114.
There we go.
Yep.
He's got to his feet. He's just got to peel hands and get away.
And he's not quite able to do it. I think they're going to get to the end of the first period there. So, Thomas, you point out a lot of action on the mat in the first couple of minutes. And now I think Logan Becker had the choice. I think he's deferred here. And
Landon's going to go down.
Yep. So Logan Becker up, and Landon Schiffler will try to maneuver up onto his feet. And
got to a short sit and was reaching back for a switch, but Logan did a nice job covering the hips, kept him down.
Yep, and now Landon Schiffler got up onto his feet, but Logan Becker brought him back down, trying to maintain some control over the midsection there.
Yeah, Logan got to get on his toes here and kind of push into him. He's just kind of laying on him. You can put some extra force on him, but get on your toes and push.
2 wrestlers getting over to the edge of the mat, not completely off the mat, so they are able to continue on, and now the official is going to bring them back into the center here.
There's another rule change here. As long as they have 1 point of contact inside the circle, they'll keep going.
Yep, so... And again, if you're watching on YouTube, the circle is red, and then you've got the Alexandria logo and an inner circle in the black inner circle. Now it looks like Landon Schiffler's left arm locked up here by Logan Becker, and now Schiffler trying to free it up. And now, again, Logan Becker is staying on top, although Schiffler getting back to his feet. And now Logan Becker will toss him back to the mat and look to ride him for a little bit here.
Logan's working inside wrist, which is a good ride because you can roll those arms back, and it makes it hard to get your shoulders up off the mat now. He's got to hang on to him.
Yep, and now I think...
transfer it into an arm bar here. There it is. Got a arm bar with the wrist, which is a good pinning combination if you could get his hips turned.
Yep, he's trying to do it. He's got about a half a minute here in period number 2, so we're into the 4th minute of the match here. And yep, I believe they ruled a potentially dangerous hold there. So
when that hand slides up into the back of the shoulder, it's a good idea to break it. It's hard on the shoulder, so got to protect those wrestlers.
Yep, and I believe some blood time being awarded to the Cardinals wrestler Logan Becker. I do enjoy hearing Dalen Faber do the commentary tonight, especially when there's the blood time. He goes with that very deep Barry White type voice and
very dramatic.
Yes, so a bit of a stoppage here as we've got 16 seconds remaining in our second period of wrestling here. Minnewaska won the opening bout of the night as Alex Adams was able to record the fall of Brock Manderscheid in 1 minute and 36 seconds. And now it looks like the blood time bout set to wrap up. And we're going to resume wrestling here. Alex Adams, by the way, now 17-4 after that fall to start tonight's bout. Brock Manderscheid has wrestled a lot on the varsity this year with the outcome earlier tonight. He's now 10-15 on the year. And, of course, Brock Manderscheid, I believe, has family connections to the Minnewaska area. I believe his dad is Brandon Manderscheid, who was an excellent multi-sport athlete at Minnewaska area high school not all that long ago. So now some I think
clock issues, I think.
Yep, I think they actually put a couple of extra seconds on the clock. So 18 seconds will be what remains here in this second period of wrestling. Second bout of the night going on at 114 pounds. Logan Becker tosses, and then I think Landon Schiffler kind of
he
spun
got
out of it.
Yep.
And he's
we had
gonna
a penalty point for locking hands against Logan. He held his grip around the waist too long.
Yep, so the period's going to end, and that penalty point is going to put Landon Schiffler up by a 7-5 score. So now I think Logan Becker will go into the down position. What might the strategy be here, Tom?
Yep.
Okay, so.
Yeah, it was just they missed the.
Okay, the penalty point and the escape.
Yep.
So, okay, yeah. So 3-point lead for Landon Schiffler to go into the last 2 minutes here.
Logan, nice job getting up. Hand control's got an escape already.
Yep, so 8-6 now the count in this bout between the Cardinals' Logan Becker and Landon Schiffler of Minnewaska. The visiting Lakers lead the duel on the team scoreboard 6-0. Now
Logan had a nice shot, but it was blocked by Landon. Nice.
Yeah. Now Landon Schiffler going in for the right leg here and tried to do a toss, but defended pretty well there by Logan Becker.
Yeah, they go off the mat, so start back in the middle.
Yep, minute 29 remaining in this bout at 114 pounds. Tom Ellison and yours truly, Dave McClurg, with Alexandria Cardinal Wrestling. Listening to it tonight on KXRA Radio, the audio on our Voice of Alexandria app, and thanks for joining us watching the coverage tonight on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. Wrestlers kind of sparring right now. Going for some moves now. Logan Becker went in for a shot, and Landon Schiffler defending it. And now I think we're going to have a point issued here.
Yeah.
Logan Becker getting a point now. He went in for a shot, and Landon Schiffler trying to get in there. I don't think we've had any points awarded.
Nothing yet. Yeah, that was quite a flurry of action there.
Yeah.
We had a nice shot, and then he countered well, threw him on his back. They rolled through, and now Landon Schiffler is able to come on top.
Yep, get that takedown. So he goes up by 4 with a half a minute remaining in this bout at 114 pounds.
Yep.
So Landon Schiffler, again, a state-ranked wrestler, 14-6 coming in to this duel. Logan Becker, a couple of pins the other night. He's had a good year of his own coming in at 11-8.
Yeah.
But he's in the defensive position now, and I think a stalling warning being given here. And I think it's going to end up an 11-7 victory for Minnewaska's Landon Schiffler. And we're going to go to another 30-second break. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in high school wrestling. Minnewaska now leads Alexandria 9-0.
North Central International. Heavy-duty truck service on long haulers, dump trucks, buses, and specialized heavy-duty rigs. Medium and heavy-duty parts and accessories for all makes of trucks. Just south of I-94 and Highway 29 South in Alexandria.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. AGuard. We build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
As we come back to the action at Alexandria Area High School, the Cardinals will keep the 121-pound weight open as Miles Wildman was sent out to the mat. And so now we move on to the bout at 127. Austin Schuler will go out for Minnewaska, and we've got Landon Seward on the mat for the Alexandria Cardinals. So the two wrestlers get their bout underway, and a toss and a takedown here.
Yeah, nice double leg, and he lifted up and just turned his hips and got him down.
So Austin Schuler is going to get the early advantage here. Then an escape makes it a 3-1 count here.
I think Austin decided he was going to let him get out because that first takedown came so easy. He wanted to build up a little bit of a lead here, try and get another one going.
Yep, now the wrestlers tie up arms here and kind of looking for some position to maneuver a shot, but now they kind of dip and now kind of separate, and they'll go at it again.
Both are using good hand control, preventing each of them from gaining the advantage to get a leg.
Isaac Seward 7-12 coming into tonight's competition. Austin Schuler, a sophomore for Minnewaska, at 4-9. Normally this would be in the area where we might see Nolan Fettig, but Nolan Fettig being held out of the lineup tonight as he's got an injury, but hopefully he'll be back soon. Now the wrestlers...
still hand control fights.
Yep. And now Seward went in to try to take a shot here, and Schuler trying to come around.
He's got it, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now I think the takedown does get awarded to Austin Schuler there, so he goes up 6-1 in this bout at 127 pounds.
Austin had a nice block there, and then he put in a kind of a front half and put a lot of pressure on Isaac, and he couldn't stay up on his feet.
Yep, down to the closing seconds of this first 2 minutes of wrestling, and Isaac Seward able to get an escape, so he'll tack on a second point before period number 2 begins. 6-2 advantage, I think. Isaac Seward, I'm sorry, gets the choice, and he defers to period number 3. And now
Ashton chose both up, and he was in on a shot before the ref could back out of the way, and now he's got a takedown already.
Yep, so 9-2 now the score, and Austin Schuler building a bit of a lead, but now Seward coming around.
Nice job there.
Yep, kind of working a reverse here, and he's going to get the 2 points.
Yeah.
So now 9-4 the score.
Here we go. He's got a cradle rocked on.
Oh, yeah, nice tight cradle there, and some near fall points should be coming, if not the pin. There it is.
Nice job.
And Isaac Seward's going to get the fall, and that's going to come at 2 minutes and 37 seconds. We're going to make that our Smoke and Brews and Q's Smoke and Play of the match, and we're going to go to a break here. Alexandria's on the board, but Glenwood State Bank scoreboard at the moment has Minnewaska leading the Cardinals 15-6.
On the field, a lot of people know me as number 11. Off the field, I appreciate how First Western Bank and Trust bankers take the time to learn about me and never treat me as just a number. You too can bank where you'll never be just an account number.
Jetner Motors, your best price dealer. Make it Jetner Motors, your best price dealer.
As we come back to live action, Chase Smith, a state-ranked wrestler for the Minnewaska Lakers, matches up against the Cardinals' Connor Zerbas. Chase Smith, senior for Minnewaska, and he is able to get some early points. Takedown, and I think some near fall points.
Yeah, he's up 7-1. He just let Connor go to try and open up the scoring here.
Yep, so 7-1 the count here at the moment. Connor Zerbas, a freshman, matching up against an experienced state-ranked wrestler, Chase Smith, who comes in at 15-6.
Underhook to a near side.
Yep, and
he's got a body lock,
and now he tosses him to the mat for the takedown there.
And a pin, yeah.
Yep, and that's going to come at 1 minute, 1 seconds of the bout here. So again, another break straight ahead. Minnewaska's increased its lead. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard has the Lakers leading the Cardinals 21-6.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted best real estate company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
We now move on to the match at 139 pounds, and I believe the Alexandria Cardinals sending out senior captain Mason Evian, and he matches up against Evan Armstrong for Minnewaska.
Yeah, we got a takedown by Mason. Again, his pace is pushing the action. He's getting a little high now. He's got to settle back in, and there we go. Now we're going to get some back points, I believe.
Yeah. And
he's got the leg figure 4 on the body, and he's worked a half into. Now he's got to get back. He's really high.
Yeah.
There we go. Now that's a pin, I think.
Yeah, pinning combination shown there, and now Evan Armstrong kind of
fighting his way out,
but trying to get that right shoulder blade up. So
there it is.
Now the pin is going to come at 1 minute for Alexandria's Mason Evian, and the Cardinals get a pin of their own. Let's take another 30-second break. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in varsity wrestling. Minnewaska leads the Alexandria Cardinals 21-12.
Casa Jalisco. Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
Now the bout at 145 pounds is in progress. Isaiah Rosario on the mat for the Minnewaska Lakers against Alexandria's Ty Larson. Rosario, a freshman for the Lakers, and Ty Larson, a sophomore for the Cardinals. And Ty Larson comes in on a shot, and
he had Rosario had double underhooks and tried to make a throw, and Ty just dropped his hips and caught him, and got the 3-point takedown. Pretty good by Isaiah to get off his back there.
Yeah, so 3-0 the advantage as the wrestlers get over to the edge. And they'll come back in. Ty Larson in the up position here for the Alexandria Cardinals.
Ty trying to throw a leg right in to keep the Laker opponent flat on the mat, and then start working some arm bars or half Nelson up there.
Yep, Evan Armstrong, limited action on varsity. Actually came out for the sport not that long ago. He tried it last year as a junior, and now back, he's a junior now. Started with a little bit of wrestling as a sophomore. So, but he's right now face down on the mat as Ty Larson has the advantage. And
call a stalemate. Yep. Things weren't quite working out, so it started him over.
So we'll have the Laker wrestler in the down position here. Ty Larson of Alexandria wrestling Isaiah Rosario. And now, now we've got
some back points. He's got a little tilt that he did. He got his arm wrapped on his, held onto his body. He's able to tilt him and get back points.
Yep, so he's going to increase the lead here, and it looks like four back points there for Ty Larson. So 7-0 the score, and we do reach the end of the first 2 minutes here. Isaiah Rosario, a freshman, his record actually 12-9. I was mentioning about the previous Minnewaska wrestler, Evan Armstrong. Very limited varsity experience, but Isaiah Rosario, a regular in this Minnewaska lineup at 12-9. And Rosario in the up position to start period 2. And
Ty got the escape, nice hand control, get to his feet.
Yep, so he's got the 8-0 advantage here early on in the second 2 minutes of this bout. I do want to let you know, once the bout at 145 pounds is wrapped up, we will have a brief mid-match report brought to you by Eldon's Fresh Foods of Alexandria.
Nice takedown. He able to control hands and work his way right around for a takedown.
Yep, 11-0 now the score. As Ty Larson, it looks like he's got one of the wrists locked up, and now
Isaiah's got his hand back. He got underneath that leg, and so that makes it hard for Ty to do anything. Now we're going stalemate again.
Yep. Ty Larson, by the way, 12-11 coming into this particular dual meet. So similar record to that of Isaiah Rosario. Obviously, being that both of these teams are in the same subsection, you'd like to gain some favorable positioning for section competition. So
potentially dangerous there. Stopped it.
Yep. So they'll get back in the down position. We're now into minute number 4 of this bout. At 145 pounds, little roll through here, but
again, he's got the legs on and he's trying to.
And now we've got a little bit of a maneuver here, and
Minnewaska was really asking for a defensive fall there because Ty was on his back and had to be careful. Not, you can pin yourself.
Right.
So you got to be mindful of that.
And Isaiah Rosario has just been able to score a reversal of his own, and it looks like he's starting to gain a little momentum here late in this second period. I think we've got a warning for stalling going on here as we get to the close of period number 2, and Ty Larson of Alexandria will continue to hold the lead. It is at 9 right now for the Cardinal wrestler, 11-2. The duel favors Minnewaska by 9 at the moment. It's 21-12.
Isaiah took neutral to start the third period.
Yep, now Ty Larson going in for the shot
nice
on the left leg.
Deep shot.
Yep, hasn't quite completed it yet. Now he's trying to tilt, but Rosario defending pretty well. And now Isaiah Rosario trying to lock up an arm here and put Ty Larson into a trouble spot. And kind of working around again. Neither wrestler getting any points awarded. The official waving it off so far, emphatically. But now Ty Larson trying to come through, and
no points yet. It's been quite a scramble.
Yep. Arms locked, some legs locked, and we've had almost a minute of wrestling in this third period, and I think both wrestlers are competing very hard, but no points awarded. So now they'll get back into the neutral position here as we're about to go into minute number 6 of this bout at 145. And the wrestlers arm tied here, and now Ty Larson going in for the shot on the left leg. Isaiah Rosario trying to defend it. Now he'll try to maneuver over the top.
Yeah.
And right now Ty Larson kind of working that right leg. Now tries to get to maybe a double here.
Yeah.
And now looks like Rosario trying to, he's now getting into a possible pinning combination of his own here. This would be a big momentum boost for Minnewaska as Isaiah Rosario trying to put Ty Larson on his back.
He's getting back points, but I don't think Ty's going to work his way out of this.
Yep, so you're going to get 3 on the takedown and then 3 additional near fall. And now we're down to the final 10 seconds. I think we had a potentially dangerous hold there.
Yeah.
I think 4 were awarded on the near fall, so this is tightened up. It's the 11-9 now in favor of Ty Larson.
So he's going to let him go and try to get the takedown.
And force overtime, maybe? I think that's what he's going to try to do.
Yeah.
Can Ty Larson defend it?
Yeah.
Final 5 seconds, and the takedown is going to be completed, or is it?
Ty Larson got it,
Yeah. So I believe.
And 3 more. Yeah.
3, and then the
2 back points for Ty.
Yep. So
17-12.
Yep. So he will get the 3 on the takedown and 2 on the near fall. So he'll get a 17-12 win, which means points for Alexandria. That's going to lead us into our mid-match report brought to you by Eldon's Fresh Foods. Tom, we kind of thought going in Minnewaska would show some strength on the bottom, but they've been able to show that. Alexandria's been able to get a little bit of a rally going as we go into the second portion of this bout. The Cardinals off back-to-back wins from Mason Evian and Ty Larson.
Yeah, and this is the way it's going to, I think, be the rest of the way. You might have, we're trading matches as we go, so who picks up the bonus points might be very key in what happens as we move forward.
Yep. What are your impressions of what we have seen through the first 7 bouts? Of course, 6 of those contested on the mat, and Minnewaska did get an open with Miles Wildman getting the forfeit win at 121.
Yeah, other than, you got Chase Smith, who dominated that match. I think most of the match has been fairly competitive. There was a pin at 107, and that who's that Alex Adams, he looked pretty solid out there, but rest of the matches are being wrestled, through very competitively.
I noticed that Alexandria now has another team point. I don't know if Ty Larson got a major decision for a bonus point, but they now have the Cardinals with 16 points. Maybe as we get set for the next match at 152, we can find out the clarification. But that is our mid-match report, brought to you by Eldon's Fresh Foods in Alexandria. We're back with the bout at 152 pounds next.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
Split, so that would be a major.
Okay, there. Okay, very good. We appreciate you joining us for our prep wrestling coverage. You're watching it on the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube with JP Bolin as our videographer. You're also listening with the audio through the Voice of Alexandria app, powered by Mission Mechanical Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. And you're listening on the radio, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, and 105.7 FM, KXRA Alexandria. And again, along with Tom Ellison, I am DMAC Dave McClurg. Jackson is our KXRA studio engineer back at Master Control. Tom, I think we got a clarification that maybe in the last bout, some points may have been over-awarded, if you will, to Isaiah Rosario. I think what ended up being the major decision, I think the final was 17-9 rather than 17-12.
Yeah, I think there was some confusion that maybe Rosario got the takedown where he didn't.
Okay.
They might have awarded 3 to him. I know both coaches came over and clarified, and they got the right score up there.
So it is a 5-point spread right now. Minnewaska 21, Alexandria 16. And again, our thanks to Glenwood State Bank for bringing you the scoreboard updates. Of course, Glenwood State Bank very active in the communities, which include Pope and Douglas counties, supportive of Minnewaska Laker activities, and also very supportive of Alexandria Cardinal activities as well. Tomorrow night, we'll be here for a varsity basketball doubleheader. Girls basketball at 5:30 with Hill Murray versus Alexandria. And boys basketball later on in the 7 o'clock hour with Detroit Lakes and Alexandria competing. But right now, it's a duel on the mat tonight with Minnewaska leading Alexandria 21-16. 6 scheduled bouts are straight ahead, but Alexandria does have the 215-pound weight class open. So I would think with 5 contested bouts, Tom, very important here that Alexandria tries to get some bonus point decisions, if not pins, in their favor.
Yeah, I think we're coming up with Zach Richards. He's obviously having a great season, and he's a pinner. He's a type of wrestler that if he gets on top of you, he's got some great pinning combinations, and he picks up pins. So that's something that the Cardinals could really use to start right off of this break.
Yep, and we'll see that coming up momentarily. I know the officiating here, they've allowed for extra moments. I wasn't certain if we were going to be back to action a little bit quicker, but we will have our bout at 152 pounds forthcoming in just a little bit. And again, the Cardinals scheduled to have 5 wrestlers on the mat. Minnewaska would have 6 available, so the Lakers are going to get a forfeit win a little bit later on as we get toward the end of the competition. So I think we're about ready to go with Zach Richards set to come out. And I believe it will be Jude Bailey, a freshman for Minnewaska.
Yeah.
But we'll see if indeed the Minnewaska Laker coaching staff would send Jude Bailey out. And should point out Tate Card kind of handling the coaching duties tonight. Minnewaska Superintendent Chip Rankin also serves as the wrestling coach. And it is Jude Bailey coming out. And you've got Captain Zach Richards out on the mat for Alexandria. So Zach Richards having an excellent year. 8 of his wins have come by fall this year. He's 13-11 overall.
He's in on a single leg shot.
Yeah.
There you go. You got to lift it up.
And
pick one leg to go push it away and pull the other one in.
Yeah, he's trying to do that. And
Jude is, there we go, stalemate.
So 30 seconds in, takedown not completed. So wrestlers back up on their feet. Zach Richards locking up with Jude Bailey here. And now they separate, and now
another single leg shot.
Yep, going for that right leg of Jude Bailey, trying to complete the takedown. And now Jude Bailey trying to defend here, but so far now the shot almost completed. But
Jude's doing a nice job of trying to keep Zach's head centered on his hip so he can't get either side and complete takedown.
So again, no points awarded through the first minute, and the 2 wrestlers back on their feet. Jude Bailey 5-9 in varsity competition so far this year. Now the wrestlers again sparring. Here's
single leg shot.
Yep, and now trying to get Jude Bailey over, and
Jude's did a nice job of covering his shoulders and hanging on.
Yep.
Tough to complete anything when you're tied up.
And I think we have the stalemate called once again. So back the wrestlers are onto their feet. And we get set to resume. Still about 25 seconds or so to go in this first 2 minutes of wrestling. Again, Zach Richards going in for the single, this time on the right leg of Jude Bailey. And kind of working in, but Jude Bailey gets into that midsection of Zach Richards.
On,
Yep.
He climbs in there and locks his hands and prevents Zach from getting his head out to one side or the other.
Yep, so they get through the first 2 minutes of wrestling with no points awarded. So evidently Jude Bailey very good defending on those single leg shots.
Yes, he's seems like he's been there before.
Yeah. So now Zach Richards will be in the down position. He goes to a sit.
Yeah.
And locks up, and he comes around, and I think he's going to get the...
well, you got to get that leg free.
Okay.
He has no points. Now he gave it. Yep. 2 points there for a reversal.
Yep, so he'll take the lead here. And now we'll try to maneuver.
This is where he shines.
Yep, he's trying to get the cradle.
Yeah.
And that would be the right leg and one of the arms as well. And looks like he's got the cradle. Now he's trying to kind of get the legs in control here. And
Jude did a nice job of blocking the pulling over and then picked hands and was able to break the cradle. So now...
And now I think we do have a stalling warning.
Minnewaska,
Yep, so...
there's another cross face and a tight cradle is coming.
Yep, right leg and right arm of Jude Bailey in that cradle, and now it comes around, and here could be that pinning combination.
Yeah.
Some near fall points should be awarded here, and I think the Cardinals looking for the pin.
This is where Zach is accomplished.
Yeah, really
Jude's
good cradle
doing a nice job,
and now he's able to work out of it, but you're going to get some near fall points here.
And he's got another one locked up too, so
yeah.
Keeps coming with it. No, he let go.
Yep, so 6-0 the score at the moment here for the Cardinals. Zach Richards now into minute number 4 of this bout at 152 pounds. And now Zach Richards trying to dive in, and he's got another tight cradle. got about 20 seconds with which to work. Now he's locking one of the legs up, seeing if he can get that pin here. Has about 10 seconds to go, and now some more back points will be awarded here.
3 on that one.
Yep, so...
There's a nice roll through by Jude to get out and get 1.
Yep, he will get an escape. I think they may have awarded 4 on the near fall there. I think
yep.
Scoreboard has 10-1 for Zach Richards.
Yeah. They're going to come and check it. The referee's going to...
Let's see. Maybe a scoring clarification.
It's something hard to see, when you got a referee flashing fingers quick and you can't hear him.
Yeah.
But if it's a 3 or a 4, you didn't catch it. So, but now we got one more up there. We got 11-1.
Oh, so an additional score there. So 11-1 for Zach Richards before we start period number 3. And I think the wrestlers are going to be both on their feet. And Zach Richards going in for that shot. And
that time he got his head on the outside. Now it looks like he's going to be able to score this one.
Yep. And get a...
Jude is not in the best. Yep, there's the 2. Now I think Jude would want to bail out of that position. That seemed to be... Oh, no, that's not there.
Yep, and we're going to get a reversal here.
Yeah.
Jude Bailey will get 2 points. So 14-3 now the count for the Cardinals, Zach Richards.
I think that's probably the 3rd wrestler I've seen from Minnewaska do that little step over and try to put pressure on their back and climb over the top. So it must be a technique that they've been working on.
Now the wrestlers separate and we'll get an escape for Zach Richards here. And now
potentially dangerous.
Yep, so that stops the wrestling. Still a little more than a minute remaining in this bout at 152 pounds. It is in a situation with a major decision here, although if Zach Richards can get a 3-point takedown, he could wrap it up here. And he's going in for that shot, single leg, and trying to work the takedown. Jude Bailey earlier in the bout was doing a good job defending here. And now he's kind of got Zach Richards rolling around, and we're going to get a takedown awarded to Jude Bailey here. So
again, it was that kind of little step over that they do. They step over the body and then put pressure and get on top.
So now 15-6 is the score. This has the potential of being a major decision win for Zach Richards, but looks like he may have to go and wrestle the full 6 minutes here. And now Zach Richards trying to separate. Right now he's got one arm around his waist and hasn't now works his way up to his feet. He's got the legs separated down to the closing seconds of this bout, and it could very well end up a major here for Zach Richards. He will get the major decision win at 15-6, so 14 points for the Alexandria Cardinals. Another break ahead. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard now favors Minnewaska over the Cardinals, 21-20.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, RX Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
Our bout now underway at 160 pounds. Sawyer Erickson from Minnewaska matching up against Zach Brazina. And Brazina able to record a shot there to get a takedown about a half minute in.
And looks like he's getting back points too, 2 points.
Yep, so that will increase his lead to 5-0 in this bout at 160 pounds.
Zach has locked up his own cradle here.
Yep, trying to get the fall. And he's got a pretty tight hold here of Sawyer Erickson, and now a little bit of a kick out, but some back points will be awarded. So 4 on the near fall there.
Boy,
and it's
Zach
9-0.
He's got a butcher. He's got him on his back.
Yep, trying to get that pinning combination to work, and Right now, one shoulder blade up, and Zach Brazina is trying to bring the other one down here.
And now you got to adjust. There we go. He gets chest on top of that shoulder and then put downward pressure.
Yep, and now...
Sawyer rolled through.
Yep, so I think we're going to get some additional near fall points here. So up to 13 now for Zach Brazina.
Looks like he's got another cradle locked up.
Yep, and he's... now Sawyer Erickson kind of broke that cradle hold, and but still flat on or face down on the mat is the Minnewaska wrestler. And Zach Brazina working another cradle here, and still at the edge of the mat, so there's still play, and there's the pin. It's going to come at 1 minute and 50 seconds or actually 1:51 will be the time of that fall for the Cardinals' Zach Brazina, and the lead has changed hands in this duel. Another 30-second break. Glenwood State Bank School Board now has Alexandria leading Minnewaska 26-21.
North Central International. Heavy-duty truck service on long haulers, dump trucks, buses, and specialized heavy-duty rigs. Medium and heavy-duty parts and accessories for all makes of trucks. Just south of I-94 and Highway 29 South in Alexandria.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. A-Guard. We build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
The match at 172 pounds underway, and Landon Day, senior for Alexandria, comes in and gets an aggressive shot in for a takedown, and now he's going for a pinning combination of his own. He's at the edge of the mat here, but we should have some near fall points awarded today as he matches up against Sawyer Toffman for Minnewaska. And right now, about 45 seconds in, there's the fall. So Landon Day will get a pin for Alexandria, and the Cardinals are going to increase their advantage. Another 30-second timeout. Glenwood State Bank School Board now has the Alexandria Cardinals up by 11 over Minnewaska, 32-21.
On the field, a lot of people know me as number 11. Off the field, I appreciate how First Western Bank and Trust bankers take the time to learn about me and never treat me as just a number. You too can bank where you'll never be just an account number.
Jetner Motors, your best price dealer. Make your Jetner Motors your best price dealer.
We move up to the bout at 189 pounds. Braden Sharmer on the mat for the Minnewaska Lakers, opposing Grant Hansen for Alexandria. And right now, early seconds, the two wrestlers on their feet. No points awarded either way. So Alexandria has taken an 11-point lead in this duel against Minnewaska. Now here's a takedown here.
Yeah, big headlock.
Yep, for Sharmer.
Yeah.
And now
set it up nice, but he's going to lose it because that arm is slipping out. Hansen's doing a nice job of pulling that arm out.
And so far, no additional back points here. And now that arm does get free, and but
he's changed it up to a butcher here. He's got both arms wrapped up. Now he's got to rotate around.
Yep. So
Grant's fighting hard. Stay off your back.
Yep. He's trying to do that, but not a whole lot of maneuvering. Now we do get the near fall points for Braden Sharmer here. And
Grant's got to escape. They're back on their feet.
Yep, so 7-1 now the count here. And now the wrestlers separating and doing a little sparring, and now some arm tying and separating, getting to the closing seconds of this opening 2 minutes of wrestling at 189. So it's a 7-1 advantage for the Laker wrestler, Braden Sharmer, going into period number 2. And I think Grant
has filled both up.
Yep, so they'll wrestle on their feet to start the second 2 minutes here. And some arm tying going on, and now a drop attempt, but defended pretty well by the Cardinals. So the two wrestlers kind of approaching, and
Braden's trying to work underhooks to duck unders and trying to set up the first takedown he had was a headlock, and that was set up by getting that underhook and then going duck under and coming back with that headlock. Setting the same thing up.
Yep, now we've got another takedown again, here in the headlock, so you're going to get the takedown again and possibly some back points here. Grant Hansen trying to stay off of his back as now he's going to kind of bridge up to keep one shoulder blade off the mat.
He's trying to work back and forth, which you need to do. What happens is you get so tired in this headlock, it's tough to fight it off. Got another minute to fight.
Right. Yep, we're into the 4th minute of this bout at 189 pounds. And
those guys that do these headlocks, they know that they hang on tight, and they just try to put pressure on the chest to hopefully they get tired. And then you pull hard and pin them.
Yep, and he's Sharma trying to do that here. Still has about another half a minute, and the pin is going to come. It's going to be at 3 minutes and 27 seconds. So Minnewaska able to get on the board with a fall by Braden Sharma. Let's take another 30-second timeout. The gap is narrowed in this varsity duel. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard, Alexandria 32, Minnewaska 27.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted Best Real Estate Company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
Riley Dell of Minnewaska awarded the forfeit as Alexandria had the 215-pound weight open. Luke Monum unavailable for tonight, so we've got the 285-pound match. I believe it's Noah Jensen, a senior for the Lakers, and Jackson Werder, fellow senior for the Alexandria Cardinals. Basically, the winner of this bout is going to determine who gets the team victory, because the Lakers now have forged a 1-point lead after Alexandria left the 215-pound weight open.
I'm sure Jackson's kind of hoping for having the same fireworks show he did last Tuesday with a big win to beat Ricori.
Yep. Noah Jensen 13-7 on the year. Jackson Werder 11-9, but again, Jackson Werder's pin clinched the win against Ricori the other night here at Alexandria Area High School. Trying to be a hero again.
Yeah.
And Tom, it looks like in terms of body shape, Jensen very, very strongly built. I would guess that Jackson's probably giving up a few pounds.
Yeah, it looks like Noah is, they got a 285 weight class, and Noah's using quite a bit of that. So.
And now Noah Jensen goes in for that
single leg.
Yep, right leg shot here. And Jackson Werder trying to defend it, and he's going to go down on the mat, so Noah Jensen will get the takedown.
He's able to get that leg out to the outside and then lift it up, so he lost your balance.
Yep, and now
got a half and a wrist. That could be trouble.
Yep, Jackson Werder trying to stay off his back here. And
it was over the wrist.
Yeah, and Noah Jensen with the advantage here. Still about 10 seconds remaining in the first 2 minutes of this final bout of the night, and now Jackson Werder trying to avoid being turned over. I think he's going to be able to ride out the first period. So does the horn come at a good time there for Jackson Werder?
Very, very thankful, that horn, because he had that half Nelson and far wrist in really tight, just waiting for the chance to turn him.
So now the wrestlers are up on their feet to start the second 2 minutes, and of course, this is the part of the bout against Ricori where Jackson Werder went to work and recorded a rather quick pin.
See, Jackson working to dig that arm underneath to get underhook there, and then What he used on Tuesday was a lat drop to catch him on his back, and I think that's his move.
Yep, so far hasn't been able to maneuver it, and now the two wrestlers separate. And now
Jensen tried a little slide by there. That was a nice little move, but Jackson was able to bail out.
And now kind of locking arms here, and I think we've got
stalling on Minnewaska.
Yep, so a warning there. Second stall would, I believe, result in a penalty point.
Right.
So now approaching 3 minutes, time elapsed in this bout at heavyweight, and again the wrestlers separate. And Jackson Werder kind of approaching Noah Jensen, and they kind of work around. Again, locking arms here, and now separating once again. And now I think we're going to get a stalling warning here.
Well, I think it's equipment.
Oh, okay.
Yep, equipment.
Yep. So just an official timeout. Yep. So
Jackson's shoe came untied.
Yep, so we will be set to resume wrestling momentarily here. 3-0 for Minnewaska's Noah Jensen. Right now, the visiting Lakers lead the duel by 1, 33-32.
See, Jackson's working hard to get that underhook going.
Yep. Now into minute number 4 of this final bout of the night.
Noah has to kind of pummel in, get on the inside, and stay on that.
Now
nice single leg attempt.
Yep, going for that single leg shot. Again. Try to kick him down to the mat, and he does. Yep. That's going to be another takedown for Noah Jensen, and it's 6-0 for the Minnewaska Laker wrestler. And now he's going to
work that half Nelson again.
Yep, try to get Jackson Werder over. We're approaching the final few seconds of this second 2 minutes of wrestling. And Noah Jensen will carry the lead into period number 3. And I don't believe any further points awarded. So now I think Noah Jensen has the choice, and he'll have the two wrestlers up.
Little decision there between Noah and his coach. His coach was asking him to take top because I think he knows that Jackson, this position could be dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, he likes that underhook, and if he can get the far arm hooked, he's going to try a throw.
So far hasn't been able to successfully engineer that here in the first 4 minutes. So
I think we're going to have a stall call here pretty quick because Noah's backing up a lot, pushing him right off the mat. So
yep, now they get back in. Still a minute and a half to go in this bout at 285 pounds.
Yeah.
And Jackson Werder.
There it is, stalling on Minnewaska. Point for Jackson.
Yep. So a penalty point there. 6-1 now the score for the Lakers' Noah Jensen. Again, the winner of this bout is going to result in his team winning the match. Jackson Werder for Alexandria, Noah Jensen for Minnewaska. Now Jackson Werder trying to go in for the shot, and Noah Jensen puts him on his back. It's going to be a takedown and then the pin. And it's going to occur, I believe, at 5 minutes and 9 seconds to help clinch the win for the Minnewaska Lakers. It will go 39-32 for the visitors. And Tom, it seemed to be a situation there. Jackson Werder knew that time was not on his side necessarily. And I've heard in the past, doing the so-called 5-point move. Maybe it's a 7-point move now. But again, Jackson Werder took his shot, but Noah Jensen then went on the attack and was able to get the combination that he wanted.
Yeah, I'm sure Jackson had it in his head that he's got to try and make something happen at that time. 50 seconds left in the match, so you got to do something. Give him credit for that. I think the shot attempt was a little bit off balance, and Noah Jensen was able to take advantage and put him on his back.
So the Minnewaska Lakers are going to get the victory by a final score of 39-32, and Alexandria has its dual meet record fall to 6-7 on the year. I know for our studio engineer back at KXRA Jackson, we may have some in-match ads that we need to make up. And we will go ahead and add those to the transition to our Juttner Motors post-match reports. So we're about 4 minutes out, and then we'll get rolling with our post-match coverage along our Leighton Media platforms, including our Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube, KXRA Radio, and the Voice of Alexandria app. Let's enjoy these words here from our Alexandria Cardinal Sports Booster.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
Casa Jalisco. Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us. Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
What's your number?
I drove 60 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota. I drove 45 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted best real estate company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
Premier Collision guarantees your full satisfaction. From a simple dent to major bodywork, Premier Collision will fix your vehicle right. Stop by for a free estimate or go to premiercollisionmn.com. Premier Collision, excellent results, a friendly attitude, and fair prices.
Welcome to the spirit of Lake Town hospitality. Welcome to D. Mike's Resort Bar and Grill. From legacy locals, seasonal visitors, to traveling teams, you are our community. Come share in our rustic flavors, modern flair, and authentic roots. Legacy inspired, community infused.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles to Quality Toyota to get a great deal, and we've done it 13 times.
Quality Toyota.
Feel confident. Feel inspired. Embrace your unique beauty at 6th and Broadway Clothing. From expertly curated collections to personalized styling and color analysis services, you can embrace style as beautiful as you.
At Alexandria Area High School, youth wrestling highlighted earlier in the evening, and then the varsity, kind of a swing 3 different ways. Minnewaska got a lot of points early on. Alexandria dominated through the middleweights, and then Minnewaska was able to make a comeback of its own. The Lakers were able to get a couple of falls out of the last 2 bouts that were wrestled on the mat, and then a forfeit win also added to the Minnewaska rally, and the Lakers go on to win by 7, 39-32. We're going to get together and visit with one of the senior captains for this part of our post-match coverage. Our interview is being brought to you by Quality Toyota of Fergus Falls. How far would you drive for a great deal from Quality Toyota? What's your number? Landon Day is one of the captains of the Alexandria wrestling team. And Landon, great to be connecting with you for a couple of moments. I'm going to ask you the number question in terms of roughly how many years have you been involved in the sport of wrestling?
So I've been involved since 5th grade, so around like 7 years probably.
Okay, very good. I know that as a student athlete, you've got choices as to what to do during different parts of the school year. What lured you to the sport of wrestling?
My dad was a wrestler, so when we lived in Georgia, he actually won state. So he's been having me in wrestling since I pretty much could wrestle.
Okay, so very good. So have you been in the Alexandria area since 5th grade, or have you lived here even longer?
So since 5th grade, we moved to Alexandria, and there wasn't a lot of wrestling in Georgia, so that's why we didn't wrestle much until I moved in 5th grade, and then moved to Alexandria, started wrestling in Alexandria.
Would you say your dad's your biggest influence or inspiration?
Probably. Yeah, I'd say so.
Very
sure.
Good. Coach Ellison was visiting with us before we came back on the air, and your pin tonight, I believe, came in about under a minute. I think it was 45 seconds, and then I think you had the fastest pin of the year so far against the Fergus Falls Otters. But what is your mindset when you go out onto the mat against an opponent that you feel you can control?
I think just the utmost confidence, the most confident I can be, just knowing that I want to wrestle, I want to be there, and when I want to wrestle, I perform. So.
Yeah, and I know you're above the 500 mark so far this year, and a lot of your wins have come by fall. How are you feeling about your senior season up to this point?
Feeling pretty good. Most of my matches so far have come with I've been confident, I've been ready. I've only had one match where I've actually not been happy. So having one match where I'm not happy is great. I'm happy with that.
This is Landon Day, our Quality Toyota Cardinal athlete wrestler of tonight's match. Landon, I might have a couple of questions for you in just a couple of moments, but I'm going to bring Tom Ellison, my broadcast partner, in, and he'll share some insight, and I'll check back with you. All
right.
Yeah, Landon, you went out your first match last Tuesday against Fergus Falls with 9 seconds. That's pretty close to a state record. I think it's around 6 or something. But tonight, going into this match, your team needed the boost. You provided it. How good does that feel when you're able to come out and control an opponent, and get the pin, even though you didn't wrestle very long?
I mean, it's probably the best, being able to be that boost, being able to bring everyone up, being able to be like at the just peak of what I want to be in the sport.
Yeah, that's awesome. And any certain type of takedown that you favor over others?
I really like the lat drop, like I hit here, but I think my most comfortable one is a single leg, sweep single.
Yeah. Well, it's good that you have a couple. Lat drop's a big point scorer, but sometimes hard to score.
Mm-hmm.
Single leg's always safe, and you get in there and score some points. So good job to both matches last. The 9-second pin and the 45-second pin. You got some matches coming up. How are you looking, in section-wise or near the end of the season? Feeling good about where you're at?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good.
Good, yeah. So carry that confidence in with you.
I will.
You're going to do a great job, I think, at the end of the year here. So
Thank
good
you.
luck.
Landon, regarding the team, I know that a couple of your fellow teammates were not in the lineup tonight. Nolan Fettig, a state-ranked wrestler, unavailable, and Luke Monham, another one you can rely on to get some points. But for the guys that did wrestle tonight, how did you feel about what they were able to do?
I felt great. I mean, we had Zach Brazina at 160, and he was able to get us really good. And then, great.
I know that some of your fellow teammates are providing an audience just off camera here,
bit.
but are they distracting you at all? Or?
No, I'm always locked in.
Yeah, he is. They're doing their best to try and get a reaction.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, teammates sometimes I think try to get you or whatever.
Yeah,
but do you have specific goals or things you want to do before your senior season is done?
I mean, make it as far in the state tournament as I can. I want to make it to state, so getting top 2 in the section, and then make it to state and get as far as I can.
Do you anticipate that you'll be wrestling at 172 in the sections, or might there be room to maneuver?
I think I'll probably stay at 172.
Do you know a whole lot about the group of wrestlers? I know you've matched up against opponents from Park Rapids and DGF, Thief River.
Yeah.
I know next week, I think on Thursday night, both Perham and Pequot Lakes Pine River Bacchus are coming in. Those are section rivals as well. Obviously, you wrestled an opponent from Minnewaska, which is also in the section. Any idea where you might land in terms of seeding, or is that still to be determined?
It's still to be determined, but I think I will probably be around the 3rd seed.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, so that would have you in a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
You'd probably have some work to do, but
so it weighs out. But keep your head right at next match and keep working hard. And
I'll be fine at 3rd seed. I think I can beat anyone in my bracket. So.
Okay, very good. Now, regarding these teammates that were over here providing an audience just a few moments ago, what's it like to be in the wrestling room with them? Many of them have been teammates for a number of years, but is this a good group of guys to be around?
Yeah, I mean, great group of guys on and off the mat. No one's ever getting in trouble with in school, outside of school. We're all always having fun, always being supportive and having fun.
You wouldn't say anything different anyway, would you?
I guess not.
Yeah, very good. Landon, we're going to talk to you a little bit when we get into our next break here, but congrats on the performance tonight. I believe now 16-8 on the year after the fall that you had, and good luck throughout the course of the season, and we'll look forward to seeing you come sections.
Thank you.
Yeah, stay strong and take one match at a time. Yeah, you're doing great.
Very good. Landon Day is our special guest, is our quality Toyota Cardinal wrestler of tonight's match. He would raise his record to 16-8 on the year after a fall as the Minnewaska Lakers end up winning the duel 39-32. This is our post-match coverage brought to you by Juttner Motors of Alexandria. Let's now enjoy these words from our Alexandria Cardinals Sports Booster.
Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers for 30 years, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings, quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Garden Center features 34 lanes of bowling fun. Whether you're an avid bowler or just looking for a fun outing, add Garden Center lanes to your calendar and make it a fun date.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad. Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Hey, remind me about that party again?
So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
You've seen them, craved them. You've voted them the best. Their Smoke and Brews and Q's get their unreal smoked barbecue for catering, drop-offs, or events.
Hi, this is Schmitty from Smoke and Brews and Q's. Our obsession is the meat, our passion is what makes it great.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing.
America's best checking for students. Visit www.bell.bank/student checking to learn more. Bell Bank, member FDIC.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game.
If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
Precision Auto reminds you to plan for the inevitable, the change of weather and its impact on your vehicle. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust the precision of a pro. Precision Auto. On 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
Pomp's Tire Service has solutions for tired tires. Whatever your tire choice, make Pomp's your choice. Brakes, wheel alignments, factory maintenance, shocks, and struts. Pomp's has your service needs covered. Pomp's, we know tires and service. You should know Pomp's.
City wrestling tonight. Minnewaska gets the victory over Alexandria 39-32. The Lakers performed well at the outset. I think their reputation coming in is Minnewaska has some excellent wrestlers in the lower part of their lineup, whether it be freshman Alex Adams or sophomore Landon Schiffler, sophomore Miles Wildman, going right through there, and even up to 133 pounds with senior Chase Smith. Ironically, 3 of those 4 wrestlers got onto the mat for Minnewaska. Miles Wildman was awarded a forfeit victory for the Lakers, and that helped Minnewaska build a 21-6 lead. Alexandria was able to counter. Mason Evian kind of started the run for the Cardinals. Of course, he was our post-match guest the other night after the win against Fergus Falls. He was able to get a fall of his own at 1 minute over Minnewaska's Evan Armstrong. And then Ty Larson earned a major decision, so the Cardinals closed ground there. And then back-to-back pins. Did I read that right? No,
yeah.
I think, yeah. So consecutive falls. Zach Richards able to do well in his
major there.
Yeah, major decision win there. I believe 15-6 was his final. And then the consecutive falls for Zach Brazina
and Landon Day.
Landon Day. So 32-21 at that point. But the Cardinals would leave one weight open as Luke Monham again unavailable tonight. So the 215-pound weight was open. Sandwiched around that, Braden Sharmer got a fall for the Lakers at 189 over the Cardinals' Grant Hansen. And then ultimately it would come down to the 285-pound match. And Jackson Werder for Alexandria, hoping to become a hero for the second time in 3 days. But Noah Jensen was his equal tonight. In fact, Jensen ultimately was able to work a couple of takedowns through the first 2 periods. And then when Jackson Werder went in for a shot of his own in the final period of wrestling, Noah Jensen then countered. I thought, Tom, great effort by Jackson Werder, but, very good defense into offense for Noah Jensen. And, he came through, and he was going to make sure that his team was going to go home with the W.
Yeah, it was, you could see that Jackson was starting to press, getting late in the third period. He knew he had to score some points or try and make something happen. And then when you press, you might get out of position a little bit. And Noah Jensen took advantage of that, and like a senior should. He's 13-7, now 14-7. It looks like on his record for the year, and obviously has a good season going. So credit to him, and credit to the Lakers for coming back and taking that win.
Yeah, so all in all, I think a fun match to watch.
Yes.
And, the Lakers now back-to-back years. They've gotten wins over Alexandria on the mat. And I don't know. I personally hope that this rivalry can continue, but the Minnesota State High School League is going to determine probably in the next 2 months or so whether or not we're going to see Minnewaska remain in Class AA or do the Lakers go back to Class A. Yeah. I get the feeling Alexandria will stay in AA personally, but only time will tell. I mean, you just never know what the numbers are going to show. And as Alden Strukin was mentioning to me, with everybody getting lunch in school these days, free and reduced lunch doesn't necessarily factor into an enrollment numbers anymore. So
yeah, I know they do some things with that still, but it's just not quite the same. So it'll be interesting to see, where some of the teams fall as the State High School League takes a look at enrollments and decides where they draw that line as who's in AAA, AA, or A. So.
Very good. So Minnewaska gets the victory by 7, 39-32 over the Alexandria Cardinals. That drops the dual meet record for the Cards to 6-7 on the year. One more break, and then we're back to wrap things up from Alexandria Area High School for our Jutner Motors post-match coverage. Again, these words on our Leighton Media platforms from our Cardinal Sports Booster.
Jutner Motors, your best price dealer. Make your Jutner Motors your best price dealer.
Casa Jalisco. Take a trip south of the border to a place where you can savor the flavors of authentic Mexican cuisine. Casa Jalisco offers a true taste of Mexico without the airfare. Casa Jalisco, your Mexican getaway in downtown Alexandria.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
CM Woodworks produces high-quality cabinetry and furniture locally, right here in Nelson. See their showroom at 7300 39th Avenue Northeast in Nelson. CM Woodworks. Custom wood creations. Designed for beauty, built for life.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted Best Real Estate Company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, RX Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website, because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
What's your number?
I drove 60 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota. I drove 45 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
As we come back one final time to Alexandria Area High School for our Jutner Motors post-match coverage. Again, a really exciting night. Various age levels of wrestling, elementary, middle school, junior varsity, made for a pretty neat atmosphere. And the visiting Minnewaska Lakers go home with the victory. Minnewaska 39, Alexandria. The Lakers under head coach Chip Rankin and his crew have had a very nice year on the mat. And Tom, I know that you've been involved in observing, coaching, participating in wrestling in various capacities. Minnewaska has had a history of really good wrestling, and then about maybe 8, 9, 10 years ago, a little bit of a dip, not a whole lot of numbers coming out, but, right. Now with Coach Rankin leading the crew, they've got a really solid wrestling program. And obviously when you get kids enthused about the sport at a younger age, I mean, it was impressive to see all the Minnewaska elementary kids out here, as well as the Alexandria elementary kids. I mean, there was a bunch of young people out
Yes,
here to
yeah.
welcome the varsity wrestlers in.
Yeah, it's all about building a community. In the sport, wrestling is a unique activity for high school kids to participate in. You walk out in the middle of a gym all by yourself. You're competing against that other opponent, and I've always said there's just nobody there to lean on, or to you're not waiting for the ball to be passed to you or any of those types of things. It's really on you, and so developing that community within the wrestling world in your town is really key to having a good program. And for years when I was coaching, we had great parents and people that would support us and have their kids in there, and they show up to help. We kind of commented off air, very few sports do you see all the athletes out here putting away all the stuff in the gym. But that's what it takes. You got big mats you got to move, and so that it's you develop a little bit of pride about your program. And I know Chip Rankin and Aldous Strukin are doing great jobs of bringing along the programs in both our communities, and we had a really good show of that tonight.
Yeah, and Minnewaska gets the victory by 7, 39-32. Again, Alexandria still has a number of dual meets coming up. They'll wrestle Sauk Center Melrose, another section opponent, toward the end of the regular season. I believe that's going to be in Alexandria, but it's going to be across town at Discovery Middle School, because I think there's another event in the gymnasium here at the high school that night. I think Albany might be coming in as part of that triangular first Tuesday in February, I think it is. But boy, I look, next week, talk about an impact week for Alexandria. I think the conference portion of the schedule wraps up next Tuesday.
Right.
The Cardinals will be up in Brainerd to join the St. Cloud Crush. I'm looking at some of these numbers. Brainerd's having a really nice year. I mean, they seem to be vying with Wilmer for conference supremacy. But, Coach Strukin's team 4-2 in the CLC. It'd be fun to come away with at least a split up in Brainerd, and maybe wrestle over, wrestle one of their better duels of the year, and maybe push Brainerd a little bit.
Right, yeah. It's all about the matchups, when you get down to this time of year, and hopefully we can get Nolan and who else was out? Luke Monum. Yeah, hopefully we can get those guys back in the lineup, because, and they have everybody out there. It showed tonight when you got all of your guys out on the mat, putting together a pretty good lineup. So I think they can compete with just about anybody they face, and just depends on, if you get the right matchups on that night and everybody wrestles well.
So the try is up in Brainerd on Tuesday, and then 1 week from tonight, the Cardinal wrestlers are back here. And, boy, I tell you, if Alexandria, especially taking a loss to a subsection foe as they did here, Perham and Pequot Lakes Pine River Bacchus always seem to have good wrestling, and they're both in the same subsection as the Cardinals.
Right,
so.
Yeah, they've had a tradition now for a while of producing some pretty good teams. Perham, for sure, has a long tradition of that, and then Pine River Pequot Lake Bacchus, they've been doing really well over the last several years, and so those are going to be tough challenges, but I think the Cardinals will be up to it, and it should be really fun. See how the guys do.
Well, very good. Tom, I know that you and I will reconnect when the Section 8AA team wrestling tournament begins. Only about 4 weeks away now. I think it's February 13th, first and second rounds, and then the final four of the sections immediately the next night on Valentine's Day on February 14th. So I hope, Julie and you, if you have any plans for Valentine's Day, maybe you can hold them off to Saturday.
Yeah, we can do that.
But always great to have you on as our commentator for Alexandria Cardinal Wrestling. You talked about Dick Gringo, being so impactful in the Alexandria Wrestling program. Well, you have a very important spot in the history of Alexandria Wrestling too. So,
well, thank you. It's a sport that we got into, like you asked Landon Day and all of what's your number, And when you get into a sport like this, it's kind of becomes part of you. So you just keep going.
Very good, Tom. Enjoy the Cardinal wrestling that I believe you'll be able to help supervise the home events coming up. So you're going to see them quite a bit. And, we'll look forward to reconnecting with you in February.
Sounds good.
Tom Ellison joins me as my broadcast partner for Alexandria Cardinal Wrestling on our various Leighton media platforms. This is KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM, audio through the Voice of Alexandria app. And thanks for watching tonight on our YouTube channel, the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. As we approach the top of the hour, we're about to wrap up our YouTube coverage, but if you want to check out the archives, you can do so at your leisure. Just subscribe to the Voice of Alexandria live stream channel on YouTube. You get updates on when we've got live play-by-play, and then, of course, you can go to that page to get archived broadcasts of all of the regular season activities we've had throughout the course of the school year so far. Next broadcast coverage will be coming in this very gymnasium tomorrow, a basketball doubleheader. Alexandria versus Hill Murray in girls basketball at 5:30. The boys basketball game between Alexandria and Detroit Lakes will follow around 7:15. Russ Henricks will be along with me for the broadcast, and of course J.P. Boleen will be our videographer for the doubleheader of hoops coverage tomorrow here at Alexandria Area High School. 5 o'clock news hour will be shortened up tomorrow. We'll take air from Poland Court right around 5:25. Thanks to all of the sponsors that helped to bring you our coverage. Special thanks to Juttner Motors for presenting our post-match report. For Jackson, our KXRA studio engineer, J.P. Boleen, our videographer, and for my broadcast partner, Tom Ellison, Dave McClurg repeating the final score again in varsity wrestling tonight. Minnewaska 39, Alexandria 32. So long from Alexandria Area High School.